Good morning. It's June 26th and 20 minutes past 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Something interesting. So I think President Trump is going to nominate his nominee for Fed in September, while Powell term expires in May 2026 or March 20. I think May 2026. So that is moving the market. Futures edged higher. Futures are up. All the semiconductors are up. Trump comments on potential Powell replacement. BYD slips on report of slowing production. Probably that will help a little bit on Tesla. Shell, that rumor says it is not mulling PP purchase. So that's it. Oil inches higher. That's for now. Let's go if there's anything important. Okay, so Australia sues China, linked rare earth investors. Ex-Barclays CEO loses appeal against UK ban over. Okay, so talented partners to develop AI software for nuclear construction. This is something interesting. Okay, autoimmune stock falls. So let's go to economic calendar. So what do we have on the economic calendar? 8:30, we have final GDP quarter over quarter. So the last one was, what was it? Actual was 2.4% for Q. So it's a final GDP, so it's not preliminary, so it's final GDP. So 2.4%. Forecast was 2.3%. It came out to be 2.4%, which was better than expected. So what they are expecting is minus 2%, minus 0.2%. Let me look at the graph. So it has been in line with the forecast most of the time. So I'll not just look into it further. Let me go to unemployment claim, which is likely 245K previous, 244K is expected forecast. Then we have core durable goods orders, then durable goods orders, final GDP price index. Okay, so FOMC member speaks, and then we have FOMC members speaks. Pending home sales, I think this is key. It will be key for the real estate market. Natural gas storage, and FOMC member bar speaks. Then we have tomorrow, we have core CPC, which is basically the inflation tracked by our preferred inflation tracked by Fed. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so last one was, in May, it was 0.1%. It came out to be 0.1%. So it was in line with the forecast. Okay, and it is basically personal consumption, expenditure, consumer price inflation, and consumer price index, CPI. This is what the Fed tracks, right? Okay. Personal income month over month, personal spending month over month. This will be the key. Revised University of Michigan consumer sentiments and revised University of Michigan inflation data. So we have some key data between today and tomorrow. Right, guys? So let's say, let's go to what is the market like? Okay, so as we have spoken yesterday, that this move in the market it's basically Nasdaq futures. So Nasdaq futures have broken this all-time high. It's sitting at all-time high, new all-time high. So it has broken the previous all-time high. This is the weekly chart. Let's look at the daily chart. One of the things which I mentioned that this rise is on declining volume. We'll see how it goes. Is it going to be sustainable? Is it going to be sustained? It's not going to be sustained. We'll come to know tomorrow. because this was the weekly chart. So I did this on the weekly charts. I'll look into it over the weekend, right? I'll try to do a weekly piece as well, add weekly piece from next week or from July. I think I'll add a monthly video starting end of this month, and then I'll add weekly piece at some point. So let's go. So that's where we are. Let's look at the 4 hourlies. So futures are the indication of what's likely going to happen in the cash market at the moment. If I see futures are gradually rising, right? So if I see on 4 hourly, futures are gradually rising. The MES, which is the NASDAQ future, it is up, or it is now 22,563. And if I see the closing from yesterday, so let me see 1 second. Okay, so this is 4 hourly. So it closed at 22,472. It's almost 100 points up. Right, guys, let's look at S&P futures. Right, so let me go here. S&P futures are still close to the high, rather I would say it is at the high, right? So if I go here, yeah, it's 6150, 6156, okay, 6149, so 5060. So it is at the high, right? So let's see how it goes. Again, I'll keep watching this futures during the day. And let's look at the QQQ. So QQQ has clearly broken. Now that has been broken. I mean, QQQ has clearly broken this previous high, which was, I think, 540. So it's trading at 543, 546. We'll see how it goes. The important thing is how far it is. It's in uncharted territory. So it will be a little bit challenging to see where could it be, where is the next resistance. So let's say 1 second. Let me go here. Yes, it's clearly broken this level. Let me go and see where could be the next resistance. So if I just take this trend line, okay, so this trend line, there is a slight possibility that it may go into some sort of a consolidation. That is possible. We'll see how the market opens. But when the market opens, I think NVDA is higher. NVDA will drive the market further higher. Let's see how it goes. But market has clearly broken the high on QQQ. When it comes to SPY, market is around the high levels, what highs we have seen. So on the SPY, the highs have been 613. We are near 609. So all-time high is 613. So let me magnify this. Where is my magnifier? Okay, sorry. So let me zoom this in. So what we have seen is 613, 61293. So let's see. So I will just see how it goes, right? S&P to make a new high, and then QQQ to stay as it is or stay in a range possible, but we'll have to see. UVXY volatility is coming down, so that means more rallies in the offing. Tesla, as suggested yesterday, it came to test this level. It breaks this level, and then it can go down to 300. Keep in mind that every large candle on 4 hourly is followed by 2 or 3 candles of consolidation. Then it drops, and then it large drops. So 2 or 3 candles already done. Let's see if it breaks 324 on the downside or 323 on the downside. Probably more downside. Where it comes to NVDA has clearly broken this range and getting in a very going higher at an accelerated pace. It's now 156.30. NVDA can drive the index and semiconductor higher. Micron results were, I think, Earnings were good, or guidance were good. I haven't looked into it, so please don't take my words. I will look into it in a bit. Advanced micro devices is gone parabolic, right? So advanced micro devices, how far can it go? I think it can hit into 150s, 149, 150. That's a psychological barrier as well. So I will not be very bullish on it. I'll just see there are more opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities within semiconductor sector. Where it comes to Broadcom, made 269 high, ranging. Apple moving around 200. Can Apple pick up? There is a possibility. Microsoft making new high. Amazon hit this 219 and then came down. I'm not sure whether this 219 is a correct or is a spike, but 219 I can see on the chart and it's just coming down. Gold is, so I mean the what do you call it? The geopolitical tension, geopolitical temperature is cooled down a bit. Gold can normalize a bit and drop a bit. There is a possibility. Oil is dropped big time. It's getting into the range, 66 to 63 range. On the other hand, US dollar index has broken the 98 support and now it's 97.30 on the back of, I think, this news from Trump that he is looking into nominating a new Fed chairman. So that means there's basically some sort of a, probably the market is not not taking it as a good sign as far as dollar is concerned. So you can see on the yield, 10-year yield, we have almost a double top, but it does not. But it's almost a double top formation. We are at the neckline of the double top formation. So if we break 325 on the downside, 425 on the downside, probably we are heading towards 4.13. Bitcoin is in the range 108 to 104 range. I think it's Bitcoin fails to break 108, time to come back to 104. Let's look at, we did the SOXL Philadelphia Semiconductor Index is in the range where I suggested yesterday that 5471 to 5526 to 552535 is the potential reversal zone. By the same token, if you see SOXL is actually just above 25.33, which is the previous bottom or previous drop. When it dropped here, it based around 25, 30, 40, 50, and then bounced back, and then this could be a retest of that move. And let me add SOXS. So let me see how SOXS is doing. That is basically the bear 3 times ETF for semiconductor. Now, where is SOXS? Guys, these are ETF, these are leverage ETF. If you do not understand how the leverage ETF works, please do not take it. This will have, when it drops, it will have a larger impact. If the semiconductor index goes higher, this will go, it goes higher, this will go 3 times lower. So keep that in mind. So again, these are leveraged. Will it hold this support? That is the key. I'll keep an eye on this support, whether this support is going to be held. Otherwise, the support goes down, and then again, there's a possibility of a reversal, but I'll wait and see how it goes, right? So that's all for today, guys. One more thing. Probability map. So probability map for today, which is 26th of June, is suggesting Dow 46% up. Historically, Dow has been up 46% on this day, 48% on S&P, and 60% on NASDAQ. So that means the overall Dow remains bearish, and this remains mixed. The overall sentiment is mixed. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. And then I will get in touch tomorrow.